my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So it is Wednesday, the 2nd of October, and yeah, of course, we are going to go through the Bitcoin technical analysis. We're going to take a look at what I'm looking at, how I'm positioned, what I'm, the trades I'm in, what I'm kind of looking for next. Of course, the next trades that I'm looking for as well, all of that good stuff. So of course, yeah, we're going to run through that today. If that does sound interesting, please do make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and turn that bell notification on so that you never miss updates like this, because I do feel like I am giving some valuable information away in these live streams. But yeah, enough of that. Let's jump straight into it, take a look at what's going on, and yeah, take a look at kind of how I'm positioned, right? So let's kind of start off with, yeah, how I'm positioned, I guess, right? So still very much in this short trade, right? So we did actually, and of course, if you watched yesterday, you will know, but yeah, we did enter into this short trade at 9 a.m. here in the UK, okay, 9 a.m. here in the UK on the 30th of, yeah, last month, the month that has just gone, so 30th of August, right? We, September, sorry, 30th of September. Okay, we did enter into that short trade. As you can see here, took the short trade here. This was Monday, the 30th of September at 9:02 a.m. And as you can see on, yeah, hopefully you can see it. I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah, up here, you can see 30th of September, 2024, 9:02. So I literally told the team as I was taking that trade, and yeah, that was entered in at yeah, $64,500 approximately. And yeah, I guess, the rest is history, right? We have seen a really, really, really nice pullback after entering into this trade. Now, yeah, I know I haven't explained here why I've entered into the trade, but basically, we were coming into resistance, right, with the naked point of control at 66,325. The one just below it, 65,750, is a new one. Okay, so yeah, this is a new naked point of control. We didn't have it back then. Okay, but yeah, 66,325 was the naked point of control we were looking at. Price came into this. We did reject off of this. We had, of course, millions upon millions of long trades open up here. Okay, of course, price started to pull back, trapping these long trades. And then, of course, we had lots of long trades that have opened up on this move up here as well. So there is, again, like I like to look for, there is a reason for price to pull back. And then, of course, we also swept the liquidity that was also sat up here at $65,000. We got that trade entry trigger. And then, of course, I told the team that I took that short trade. And yeah, this has been a really, really successful short trade, right? We have seen a really nice pullback. Okay, of course, I did take a TP1. And yeah, I was telling the team here, I still feel as though we can go lower. Right, telling the team, kind of how I feel, right? I've taken a TP1, yes, as you can see here, realized $1,800, but then I told the team, I still feel as though we can go lower. As you can see here, look at all those longs getting wrecked, okay? We can see all of those longs getting wrecked. Open interest decreasing, negative delta building, prices decreasing. we know that longs are getting wrecked. Okay, and then I took a TP2, right? This is kind of a TP level that I actually told you guys about yesterday at $60,400 at a naked point of control. Why? Because of course, naked points of controls do tend to act as support and resistance. And of course, that's exactly what $60,400 has acted as. It has acted as support. You can see we came down to it. We got a nice bounce up off of it. Okay. And now we are coming back down to it. So we will see what happens here. Okay. Do we lose it and do we go lower? Okay. So yeah, like I said here, yeah, I still feel as though we can go lower here, right? And where was price then? Okay, where was price? Price was at $62,000. Okay, what happens? Well, we came lower to 60,284, maybe even lower than that as well. 60,000. Oh, we came to $60,100 pretty much. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Like I said, right, I did feel like lower was coming, and that's exactly what we got. Took that TP1, as you can see here, realized $3,440 on that trade. You can see it here as well, $3,444. So I am actually getting paid for holding this trade open, which is always really nice to see. But yeah, getting paid for holding that trade open, and of course, it is a really nice profitable trade. Move my stop loss to entry as well, so it is a completely risk-free trade. So if we do come back up, of course, I have cemented and I have realized $3,444 in a profit. So there is no way that I can lose any of that, because of course that is realized profit. I still do have $1,200 in a profit, which is unrealized. Okay, so yeah, I'm very happy with how short I am on the market. Like, I still feel as though there is a reason for price to pull back. Okay, I do still very much feel like there is a very strong reason for price to pull back. Of course, yes, we are at support. We've bounced off of support, but like I've said in previous live streams, I don't believe that this level of support that we are at now is a major level of support. I do think we could quite easily lose this level, and I am quite confident that we could easily lose this level and we could go lower. Okay, I do feel that is a possibility. So yeah, kind of my next target towards the downside is, originally it was $56,425, but I'm interested in $57,850 as well. Okay, yeah, kind of like a zone. I would view this as a zone, right? Because of course, this kind of area here is what I'm interested in taking a long from, right? Actually, sorry, I got that wrong. Did I get that wrong? No, I didn't get that wrong. 2 secs. No, I didn't get that wrong. Sorry, I was right. Okay, so yeah, 57,850. We have a monthly naked point of control from September. Okay, and yeah, of course, that comes in confluence with the GP786, right? Of course, if we get absorption there, I am interested in taking along from that level. However, we also have the GP786 below us. Sorry, the 786 below us, and the naked point of control at 56,425, and that's also a level that I'm interested in taking along from. So how I'm looking at this right now is, okay, right, I'm interested in taking along from this zone here if we do pull back into it. So of course, this is going to be like a TP for me. I'm going to be looking for another take profit at this level. But at the same time, of course, I'm going to be looking for a long trade. So what I want to see down here is some absorption. Okay, so I want to see these shorts, not necessarily shorts, but these sells and the shorts initially getting absorbed, right, by a big buy limit order. That's kind of what I want to see. So of course, if we do see that, what am I going to do? Well, of course, I'm going to look for that long trade, right? I am going to look for that long trade, and I am quite happy to take that long trade if I see everything aligning, right? If I see everything that I want to see at that level, I'm really happy, of course, to take that long trade. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a hedged trade against the shorts, but we have to think about this logically, right? Kind of what are we doing at this moment in time, right? Of course, yes, we're very bearish, right? in like the broader perspective. Okay, but we're zooming in a little bit, and we've started to form, of course, that higher time frame bullish structure, right? We're starting to form that higher time frame bullish structure. And for me, okay, this longing opportunity that I've just walked through, is actually lining up with this higher time frame bullish structure that we're in, because it would actually mean that we hold a higher high, a higher low. Okay, so we would then have three consecutive higher lows, okay, to possibly go up and do what? Okay, we'll actually go up and make three consecutive higher highs, right? That's kind of what we're looking for, right? Not exactly like that, but that's just a bit of an example, right? Okay, to come up and see something like this. Sorry, it's a bit difficult. I don't have my mouse; it's run out of battery, so I need to charge that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning for. That's my plan. And this is what I was talking about all of last week, probably the week before as well. However long. When was this? Right, all the way. Well, to be honest, ever since kind of like the start of September. This has been the plan, right? This has been the plan. If you're a regular watcher of the channel, okay, you might have forgotten this, right? But I've been talking about this for a while now. Okay, this has been the plan. Okay, and if you remember, then thank you. This is the plan I've been talking about, isn't it? Right, coming up here for the higher high, for the short trade to bring it down, for the long trade to go up for a higher high. Now, is it going to play out like this? We don't know. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, all I'm going to do is take the trade when the trade presents itself to me. So if we pull back here, we get the long trade, I take the long trade, and then I look for a higher high. Why? Because we're forming higher time frame bullish structure. And for me, if we get a long trade from here, I'm quite confident that this is going to be another higher low to go up for another higher high, right? It is a possibility, right? But there's also that possibility, okay, we get the long trade, we see a bit of a move up, and then we go lower. Okay, that's another possibility, right? But on a probabilities, on a statistical basis, I would be looking for the long trade here for another higher high. Okay, that's kind of what I would be looking for. So yeah, this is looking really, really good. And the title and the thumbnail, should we be bearish? Okay, should we be bearish? And I mean, in the short term, I'd say yes, right? I'd say yes. I would be looking for a little bit lower, to be honest with you. Does that mean I'm extremely bearish? Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. Okay, this means, okay, I am bearish up until this point here, where of course I want to look for the long trade and take that higher. Okay, so no, right, I'm not extremely bearish on the market. Okay, I'm never really extremely bearish on the market as it is anyway. Okay, again, like I say a lot, I try to stay level-headed. I try to stay neutral. Yes, okay, I may sway one way, I may sway the other way. I may sway a little bit more bearish, I may sway a little bit more bullish. All right, but I always remember, remain level-headed, because anything can happen. The market can change like that. It can change within an instant. And if you're not prepared for it, if you've not got your plan, okay, then you're not going to be able to profit from these markets, right? So again, I've been talking about this ever since the start of September. Okay, this just shows you that having a plan is a very, very important thing. I've just seen Jamie Rogers. Good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back. Great trade, sir. I was waiting ages for this one. Patience, as always. Exactly. A huge part of trading is patience. It is patience. And I mean, unfortunately, we had the short trade from here. Okay. Jamie, I know you're in the Discord, right? We had the short trade from here. Okay. That was really nice. The long trade from here, unfortunately, we didn't get that because I was away. I was away from the charts. I was asleep at that time. Okay. Which means that we had to, wait even more patient. Okay, we had to be even more patient because we had to wait for this move up, and then we had to wait for the short trade here. Okay, to then get into that, right? So we had to wait quite a long time, right, to get this trade. But again, like you said there, patience, as always, patience pays. It does, right? So patience is very, very important. And again, like where we are now, like patience. Okay, it's a bit of a funny job, this is, right? Because to be perfectly honest with you, I sit around and I just wait all day. That's not really what I do. I do keep myself busy. I do go out. I do get things done. I do have a daily routine. Okay, because to be honest with you, if I did not have a daily routine, I think I would go a little bit crazy. Because again, this game is patience. Okay, unless you're a scalp trader or like a day trader, right? you have to be waiting patiently. Okay, and for me, like how I'm tackling these markets at this moment in time, I'm kind of waiting for these bigger swing trades, right? Because these have been what have really, really, really worked out for me recently. Okay, sometimes the day trades work out really nicely. Okay, and that's when I can look for the day trades. But at this moment in time, the day trades for me, okay, are not really worth it. They're not really worth it. Okay, the swing trades are the juicy ones, the juicy trades that I'm looking at this moment in time. So yeah, okay, it requires a little bit more patience, but you're entering when you're entering into a swing trade as well. I enter into swing trades with higher capital. Why? Because that's kind of what you do, right? Because you're taking a lot less trades, right? So of course you are entering in with a little bit more capital, but again, it pays to be patient, right? It does pay to be patient, and I've got to remain patient right now, okay? Because of course, it's not hard for me to remain patient, okay? It's not hard because I've been in this market for a very long time, and I've been doing exactly what I'm doing now for a very long time as well. Well, if you consider 2 years of for me, to be honest, that quite a long time in these markets, because again, you're looking at the charts for 2 years every single day. Apart from maybe the weekends, but even that, I do look at it at the weekends sometimes, to be fair. But yeah, it's patience, right? It's for me, it's very easy to be patient. I understand for newer, it's a lot harder to be patient. I do understand that, but yeah, once you fully understand it, once you wrap your head around this, it is patience. And again, where I'm at right now, I'm very happy to be patient because I'm in a really, really good position here where I feel as though we can go lower. And at the same time, I'm in a short trade. So I'm very, very comfortable being patient. Okay. And then I understand, right? This is going to pay. We get down here, we take some more profits, we get into the long trade. And if it plays out, it pays. All right. Patience pays. And then, of course, we look for a possible short trade up here. It's really, really nice. Patience is a big thing to tackle in this market. But once you tackle it, okay, it's easy. Okay. And then again, you got to have a routine as well, because you will go a little bit crazy if you just sat around waiting all the time. And that's why I like to have a routine. And again, this is, I've not spoken about this in a while, but this is a big reason why I've started this channel, because it gives me something to do. And to be honest with you, I just enjoy talking about trading. Again, I started off with posting stuff on Twitter, and I saw some people on there. This was an older Twitter account, my personal Twitter account. But yeah, I was getting a little bit of traction on that, and people enjoyed what I was saying on there. So, I just found it enjoyable sharing it. And, again, this is like part of my daily routine now. And I just enjoy it. I just enjoy talking about it. So again, it's always good to have a routine, things to do. If, of course, like, if you are full-time in this, which of course I am. But yeah, I understand that a lot of people coming into this aren't going to be full-time into it. But, how I like to trade is really, really suited for people who do have jobs as well. Why? Because I started off with a job when I was doing this, right? And it's swing trades. You're not required to be at the computer all of the time. It's only it's only selected parts of part that you have to be at the charts. Okay, maybe a very small period in the morning. Plan plan out what you're looking for, set alerts, and then you can come. You can come to the charts. I remember when I first started this. I was working on a building site, to be perfectly honest with you. And when my alerts went off, all I would do is I'll say, oh, I just need to nip to the loo quick, go to the loo, check the charts on my phone, and do what I need to do. And that's kind of how I got into it, and also, how I've kind of stayed, stuck with it as well, because it's what I learnt, and I learnt quite well, and what worked for me. So it's like, why change what worked for me? I did try and change it. I tried scalping, and I tried I do still day trade, but like day trading every single day. And to be honest with you, I just didn't enjoy it. I found myself being a little bit more stressed than usual, because of course you're taking more losses, and it just was it just wasn't for me. And then, you know, day trading and intraday trading and then swing trading, that's like kind of what I like now. But day trading only when the market is suiting my types of day trades. That's kind of how I view it. Patient pays for real. Yeah, it does. It really, really does. XOCharts is such a great tool, by the way. Been learning it, and now these trades make much more sense. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that, because it is an amazing, an absolutely amazing tool. And I mean, it does. You know, it once you understand it, it's pretty simple, right? It's pretty simple to understand. But yeah, it does. It does look daunting, right? And especially this is the basic version, right? This is just the desktop version. Once you get into the this is the web version. Once you get into the desktop version, it's like, whoa, what the hell am I looking at, right? I need a diploma in mathematics to look at this. Reality, you don't need to. You just need to spend a little bit of time, watching some videos on it. Of course, I have done some videos on it. Watching some videos and just kind of looking at it. That's kind of how I learned it as well. Just literally looking at it and find what works. And it's like, once you understand not necessarily XOCharts, right? Just order flow in general. I just like to use XOCharts because I think it looks good. It's easy to use. But once you understand order flow, right, it's amazing, right, how you can actually understand why price is moving, okay? Because there's always a reason for price to move, okay? There's always a reason, right? And it's not, again, I say this a lot, it's not because price is broken out of a resistance level or broken a support level, broken out of a triangle, head and shoulders, all of this nonsense, right? Sorry, not CVD, those are useful. RSI divergences, MACD crosses, all of that nonsense, right? Forget about that, because that's not why the markets move. All of this is lagging indicators. Even breakouts, right? Breakouts is lagging, right? They are lagging, okay? This gives you in the time data, right? Real-time data. This gives you the real information, okay? Okay, right, news events, right? I don't consider them, I don't consider news moving markets, right? I consider news the catalyst for the move, right? Not the actual thing that's moving the markets, right? Because the actual thing that's moving the markets are the bids, the ask, right? The longs, the shorts, the buy, the sells, right? That's the actual thing that is moving the market, right? And you can see all of that. Well, I say all of it. You can see all of the market orders, of course, in XOCharts. Realistically, that's all you really need to see, okay, to understand these markets. Why? Because you can see the market, you can see the market orders, right? But you can use the CVD to help you determine where the big limit orders are from the big players, okay? So technically, you can kind of see the limit orders as well, right? You can kind of see the limit orders as well. But what you have to understand is a large portion of FOMO retail traders, okay, there are millions upon millions upon millions of them. I don't know how many, but there is a lot of them, okay? And the trades that they take are typically FOMO trades, okay? They're typically breakout trades, and they're typically market trades as well, right? So we know, okay, that XOCharts, order flow is market orders, okay? And we know that retail traders are mainly FOMO trades, and they are mainly market orders. So this gives us a really, really good understanding of what retail traders are doing, okay? And what you have to also remember as well is that retail traders make up the majority of this market. You may not think that, you may not believe that, okay? But retail traders make up the majority of these markets, right? They do, right? Because there's so many of them, right? Yeah, okay, maybe they're entering, maybe they have lower capital, right, than these big hedge funds, these bigger players, right? But there is millions of them. There's just so many of them, right? That they do make up the majority of the market, right? And what a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me on this, but retail traders move the markets. And retail traders don't even know it themselves. Retail traders move the markets, right? This is what you have to understand. Okay, yes, big institutions, big players, they are a bit of a catalyst for the move, right? They kind of like start the move, right? They push price one way, right? And then they leave it up to the retail traders to do the rest, right? I understand that. You can call that manipulation, right? But if you're saying, right, that big players, market makers, all of these lot, right, institutions manipulate the market and purposely take price to this level, then you're completely wrong. Okay, you're completely wrong because, okay, yeah, maybe they manipulate the market, but the thing is, they're allowed to participate in this market, and because they have a large capital, they are going to move the market a little bit. But what you have to understand is it's the same as millions of retail traders doing the same thing, right? Of course, they're going to move the market a little bit, but yeah, it kind of goes against them, right? But yeah, what you have to think, they have the ability to, they're allowed to be in this market. They're legally allowed to be in these markets, so they're in this market just as much as you are, okay? And they're allowed to be in these markets just as much as you are, okay? And yeah, okay, they move the market a little bit, fine, right? But it's not the institutions that actually move the markets. It's the retail traders getting wrecked who move the markets, right? The majority of the time. Of course, yeah, right. We see retail traders moving the market in a positive way as well, where we see, for example, on this move up here, okay, retail traders have longed the move up, okay, new long trades have come in. How do we know this? Well, price started at 52,500, ended at 66,500. Open interest at the start of the move was at 750 million. At the end of the move, okay, it was all the way up at almost 900 million. So we know, okay, that new positions have opened, right? And these are, of course, majority of them long positions, right? Because of course price has been moving up, right? And open interest has been increasing, right? So this is a good move up. This is new long trades coming in, right? This is retail traders, okay, because these are market buys, right? This is retail traders moving the market together, right? They are moving the market up. But, right, that does tend to come to a swift end, okay? Because what happens is retail traders then start to, more of them FOMO. They over leverage, overexpose themselves, okay? And at some point, price is going to pull back, and when it does, they get wrecked, okay? And this is, of course, when you see open interest decreasing and negative delta building, right? This is when all of these long trades that opened up do tend to get wrecked. And okay, maybe not all of them, okay, because like we're kind of expecting here, we're kind of expecting a higher low, right? But a lot of them do, okay? A lot of them do. But if you take it back to the bearish structure that we're in, okay, of course, every single long trade that longed this move up here, this move up here, this move up here, this move up, they all got wrecked. They all got completely wiped out. Okay, but now it's a little bit different because we're in bullish structure. Okay, so yeah, that's why it's a little bit different. But yeah, that's a big thing to think about, right? Retail traders are the ones that mainly move the markets. So yeah, XO charts, order flow in general is just an amazing tool. It teaches you what actually moves the markets, right? Not the nonsense, the retail trading tool nonsense, right? It's the actual information, right? Sorry, the actual reasoning why price is moving. So again, absolutely amazing tool. I'm really, really glad to see that you are learning it, right? Because well, as much as I would like everybody to understand it, I don't really want everybody to understand it, because then if everybody understood it, it probably wouldn't be as valid as it is now, okay, and work as well as it does now. But yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, it's been around for a very long time, and still retail traders refuse to use it. They take one look at it, okay? Well, first of all, they follow people who don't even look at it themselves, or they take one look at it and they turn the other way. And I will hold my hands up, and I said I did that when I first saw it. I looked at it and I said, oh, let's get back to it. I looked at it for the first time and I was like, nope, I turned the other way, okay? And what happens? I continued to lose money, right? As soon as I understood this, right, that's actually when I started to break even and then actually flip into making a profit, right? That's actually when I, started using this. Of course, not just this, right? I had to there were thousands, not thousands, but there were multiple things that I needed to have working together for everything to work. But this was a big part of it. We are pulling back right now, and I remember we were having a little. Let's have a look. So, was this the one from yesterday? Was this a live stream from yesterday? So, I remember yesterday we had here Jasby. I think I'm saying that wrong. So Jasby, he was looking for pull the VWAP from the bottom. Into FUD. The market makers will reward them. It's anchor VWAP. Pull the VWAP. Extra charts only shows the market orders. Of course. Don't see a single reason to short, to be honest. Market structure is intact. I don't see a single reason to short. I would suggest you pull the weekly. It's a good scout, but your swing target is unlikely. So I hope Jasby wasn't in a long trade there, right? I hope he wasn't in a long trade there, because it's not looking good for Bitcoin right now. In all honesty, it's not looking too good. Right, we're now losing this low. Right, of course, we could maybe get a bit of an intraday setup from down here. Let's have a look. Actually, are we seeing shorts open up? Let's have a look. We're not. We're just seeing longs getting wrecked here. We're not really seeing. Let's go down as well. Are we seeing short? We're seeing a 2.6 million shorts open up. Not really interested in that, to be honest with you. Another 2.6 there. Not really interested in that. It's nothing at all. But this is like I don't know. And, of course, everyone trades differently. Everyone has different opinions. And, of course, Jasby had a different opinion here, where he wasn't expecting lower prices. He's actually expecting. I don't see where he got the 400 million shorts from, though, because I just didn't see any shorts opening. Of course, there were. When I say I didn't see any shorts opening up, I mean just a very small amount. It's like an uninteresting amount. So I don't know where he got all of that from. But again, I just don't really see a reason for price to rise. And of course, everybody is obliged to have their own opinion on the market. But I just don't really see a reason still where I'm at now for price to rise. I wish, if Jasby's here, or if he's watching this, please just let me know where you got those 400 million, because I forgot to mention that yesterday. I was going to ask you where you got those 400 million shorts from, because you said you were on perpetual USD. Okay, I just didn't see all those shorts coming in, so I'll be interested to see where you got those shorts. But for me, I just didn't see a reason, and that's kind of where I'm sat right now. I don't see a reason for price to rise here. I'm still kind of looking for lower prices, to be perfectly honest with you. It's intimidating to look at, to be fair, but it's so clutch. Exactly. It is intimidating. I've been there. It did look intimidating, but once you understand it, it's fine. And if you haven't looked at the desktop version, I could load it for. I don't, because it takes a lot to run. I don't want it to mess my Wi-Fi. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of it once I'm off live, and I'll show you tomorrow. But you look at that and you're like, oh my god, what is going on here? It's confusing, I know, but it's like, you'll understand it. It's just absolutely amazing to see. Where we are here, right? We've had. Let's go back into the simpler view. So we've had 13 million shorts get wrecked. Longs, get wrecked here, and we've had 32 million longs get wrecked here. Okay, back here we've had 25. We've had a 59 million longs get wrecked here. So we've had a hell of a lot of long trades getting wrecked here. This is kind of why I just don't see any strength here, really. I just don't see any strength here. I just see long trades getting wrecked. I think I think where we're at now is being long on this market. I think is probably the wrong thing to do. To be honest with you, I could be wrong. We could see a rise here, but yeah, I just believe that being long on this market where we are now is kind of the wrong thing to be doing. But we'll see, right? And I'll be looking for lower prices. Of course, I'm protected in this, right? Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that you should go in short. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but when I'm saying I'm bearish, yeah, looking for lower prices, it doesn't mean short. Okay, I'd never do that, right? I'm saying this because I'm in a short trade from a very, very good level. Okay, and I'm in a short trade from a valid entry, a valid reason. I've entered into a trade at that level, not randomly, not because I think price is bearish, okay, but for an actual reason, okay, for an actual reason. Okay. And I'm not going to add to the short trade here. I'm happy. Like I've said at the start, I'm happy with how short I am. So it's patience. Okay. It's patience. Let it play out, right? Just let it play out. Okay. Very happy with this. We come down a bit more. I'll take some more profit off the table, right? Probably move my stop loss from entry to a little bit lower. Okay. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, very, very happy in this short trade. And I'm still very happy to look for lower prices here. I don't see any signs of strength. I don't see any reason for price to rise. So for me, it's lower prices from here. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? But yeah, of course, if you've got any questions, please do put any questions in the chat. I'll be more than happy to take a look at any questions you have or anything that you want to look at. Just taking a quick look at the stock market, it was pulling back today. We're seeing a bit of a rise, and like I was talking about with the team this morning, we've got this gap here. And I remember Mr. FFS, what a nightmare! I'm pretty sure it was him talking about this a while back. Okay, when we had the gap, and I was saying, okay, we don't have to fill the gap instantly, so we could chop around for a while and then fill the gap. Remember what happens with this gap back here. We had the gap, we chopped around, we went up, okay, then we filled it eventually, quite a while after, right? So yeah, what I was telling the team this morning was that if we start to pull back, we get to the top of the gap at 5,676, right? Then we can look for that gap to be filled. And of course, whilst that is happening, I would expect Bitcoin to continue to pull back, right? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if we're going to fill the gap and we have a pretty, that's a pretty hefty pullback, to be honest with you. Well, not too big, but it is a fairly sizable pullback. So yeah, the case is Bitcoin then going to come down much lower, or is it going to hold the support here? That's something that I'm going to have to determine. That's something that I'm going to have to look out for when we're coming into this area, of course, that I'm interested in taking a long from, this area here. So that's something that I'll have to monitor as price gets down there. But yeah, right now I'm just sat in the short, very happy sitting in this short trade. Of course, any questions, anything you want me to look at, please do put them in the chat. And of course, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. We are seeing Bitcoin pull back now. We are looking like we're about to lose 60K. Very almost lost 60K here. Let's see if we lose 60K. But yeah, just to kind of highlight that point, I just don't see any strength here. Oh, there we go. We lost 60K, right? I don't see any signs of strength. I don't see any reason for price to rise here. All I see is reasoning for price to pull back. That's all I see. That's what I was saying yesterday. Okay. So yeah, I stick to what I say, unless it gets invalidated, right? Unless it does get invalidated. But Exactly, exactly like what I said to the team, on the Visionary Discord. When I say this, I still feel as though we can go lower here, right? That's what I was saying yesterday at 423, right? Where was price at yesterday? 423. It was at $62,000, right? $62,000. Okay, where are we now? We're losing 60K, right? I said how I felt, and yeah, we're seeing that play out. Eric, good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back. Hi, Jake. Nice to see you. Every YouTuber longed this long-term bull flag. I bet they did. And do you know what? Right, this is quite funny because this morning, I was literally about to say that. I was about to say that, Jamie Rogers. I was about to say that this morning. I went. Yeah, I still subscribe to them for some weird reason, but this morning I watched Sheldon from Crypto Banter. This morning he was live and he was giving this whole motivational speech that he lost. He lost. He took a loss on a trade from taking a long. Okay, doing this whole motivational speech, and do you know what I was doing? I was staring at the computer and just shaking my head. Right, the reason I was shaking my head at this, okay, is because 2,000 people were watching that live stream. Okay, 2,000 people were watching that live stream. They have so much influence, okay, on people. They have so much, and all of the comments were, "I love you so much. Sheldon's the best." Blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't have anything against the guy, right? I'm sure he's a very nice guy, okay, and he's of course very successful in what he does. Do I think that he's a trader? Absolutely not. Why don't I think he's a trader? Because he doesn't understand how the markets work. If he understood how the markets worked, okay, he wouldn't have been long, right? He just wouldn't have been long, right? Okay, right, yeah, he took a loss. I take losses as well. Does that mean, right, that does that mean that I don't understand how the markets work? No, because again, it's a game of probabilities, right? But where did I take that loss, right? I took that loss up here, okay? And what loss was that? It was a short trade, right? So again, the thesis was right? I was just a little bit too early to the trade. Waited a bit patiently, got the second entry, right? That's paid for the loss and umpteen amounts more as well, right? It's paid for a lot more than that loss, right? So yeah, again, I was looking at that and I watched it for 5 minutes, okay, and I was just shaking my head because he was just talking about this long trade, right? And I just looked at it and I'm like, why would you long there? And again, this goes back to exactly what Jamie has said, right? ExoCharts is such a great tool. If they look at order flow, right? If they looked at the order flow, right, they would have not entered into a long trade up here. Why? Because you are FOMO longing, right? And then, what he goes on to say is, okay, this pullback that we're now experiencing is fear in the markets, right? They're getting fear in the markets. I'm really, really sorry to say, but this pullback is not fear in the markets, okay? This pullback, okay, is caused by over-leveraged, overexposed long trades here, okay, maybe a bit of a news event has caused a bit of a pullback, but ultimately, what is happening? This pullback is not shorts opening. This pullback is longs getting wrecked. Okay, this is longs getting wrecked, right? So them saying this is fear in the market, they are wrong. Okay, they are feeding people ultimately lies. Okay, of course, I wouldn't say that they are lying because this is what they truly believe. Okay, which is unfortunate, right? Because they have a big influence on people, right? But they do not know what they're talking about, right? They really do not know what they're talking about. Okay, right. I understand. They're not all about the technical analysis. Okay, I understand that they are also about the news and stuff, and I know that they do talk about the news. For me, okay, they're a news channel, right? That's all they are to me. Okay, they give news away, and yeah, I don't really consider them technical traders. Okay, no, I don't want to hate on them. I don't want to hate on them, but it's just sad to see that they have so much influence on people. They have so many people following them, but they're just feeding them the wrong information. Okay, they're feeding them wrong information, and the prime example of it was they were saying this is fear in the market, when I'm really sorry to say this is not fear in the market. This is over positioned traders. This is over leveraged traders like those people, like them, okay? Like Crypto Banter, okay? This is them getting wrecked. What are we doing here? We're doing the opposite. We're taking advantage of those guys getting wrecked, okay? So yeah, it's really funny that you brought that up, because this morning I was literally watching that live stream. I was sitting there and I was just kind of shaking my head at it. And it's not that, it's not that I'm hating on them, right? It's just I really feel for people that truly follow them, and they follow them like a cult. It's sad to see, because they are feeding them the wrong information, but at the same time it's quite sad to see as well, because they truly believe that the information they're giving away is good information, when in reality, that they don't know what they're talking about in terms of technical analysis, right? There was titles, I'm all in, buy. And again, people was wrecked listening to me. Exactly, right? It's FOMO. That's all they're doing. I'm all in, buy. They're doing that whilst price is rising. All they're doing is they're hopping on a trend, right? That's all they're doing. They're just hopping on a trend. And yeah, again, they have so much influence on people. It's horrible. On my life, I was doing the exact same. Yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite funny that you brought that up and you're doing the same thing. Yeah, it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate. They have such a big influence on people. They have such a big influence on people, and it's a shame, right? But it's entertainment, right? That's what they are. They're entertainment. They are, I don't want to say get rich quick, but yeah, get rich quick. That's kind of what they are. And the reason I say get rich quick is, yeah, okay, they say this is not a get rich quick market. Okay, they say that, but or get rich easy, right? That's I'll take that back. Not get rich quick, okay, but get rich easy. That's kind of what they are. Why? Because they take you down the easy route, okay? They take you down triangle patterns. They take you down head and shoulders patterns. They take you down breakouts, right? They take you down the easy route, okay? Get rich easy. But again, like get rich quick isn't really a thing, okay? Getting rich easy, okay, right, okay. In some example, right? In some examples, people get rich easy. I understand that. Okay, someone bought Pepe back in 2019 and held it till the top of the bull market. Okay, they're very, very wealthy. That's get rich easy. Okay, but they're very rare occasions. Okay, they are very rare occasions. So they take people down the get rich easy route, which is breakout traders, triangle patterns. It's not what moves the market, right? It's not what moves the market. And it's just unfortunate to see that they have such a big influence on this space, right? Again, their education, their entertainment, right? That's all they are really. They're entertainment. And I mean, like the news, okay? I understand that they're good at sharing the news, okay? And it's not just Crypto Banter. There are dozens of channels, right? They share the news, okay? That's good, right? For people who just want to watch a 30 to 45-minute live stream and get all of the news that's going on today, right? That's what they're there for. That's what they're good for. But in terms of learning how to trade technical analysis, I just don't think that they have the ability there to do that. And I just don't think they should be doing it. And I did send them an email. When was this? It was a few months ago, and I did say, like, would you give me the opportunity to come on? I will do it. I will not work for. I will not. I will not accept any money. Okay, unless you like what I'm doing. But yeah, I wanted to go on there and I wanted to share order flow. I wanted to share my experiences and share how the markets really actually work. And you know what I got back? I got back a no thank you. right? Pretty much. I got back a polite thank you for your email, but no thank you. And you know, I put my channel in. I said, please have a look. I highly doubt that they looked at the channel. But yeah, I'm kind of glad, to be honest with you. I kind of regret sending the email now, not because I got denied, but kind of because, yeah, I just feel like the reply that I got gave me a bit of a bit of like, okay, they're not really here for the right reasons. They're not really here to teach people why the markets actually work, because first of all, they don't understand how the markets actually work. So yeah, I kind of wish I didn't do it, but yeah, I did send them an email and I said like, I would like to share my knowledge on here because I think it's very valuable. And yeah, I just got a no thank you, pretty much. But yeah, I'm quite don't really care. Don't really care if they do not want to teach people how the markets really work. Then that's fine. You know, that's fine. I would rather just do it by myself and yeah, teach people who actually really want to understand how the markets work. Champions League is on. Yeah, it probably is. I'm missing it, to be honest with you, but yeah, not too fussed, to be honest with you. Let's see what games are on. I've been quite busy today, to be perfectly honest with you. That's why I've come live a bit later. My car was in the garage, so yeah, I was back and forth taking that to the garage. Champions League. Anyone interested in playing? Atletico Madrid are losing. Real Madrid are losing. Interesting. Juventus are losing. Liverpool are winning. Most of the big clubs are losing or drawing, other than Liverpool. Yeah, maybe I'll watch some of that after this. It's most of them are on halftime. Consider that there is a potential new proxy war right now, right at the critical levels on the markets. The matrix. Yeah. So yeah, there's of course big uncertainty. Big uncertainty in the world. Villa and Bayern is a good game. Yeah, I'll have to decide which one to watch. To be honest with you, are they all on Sky? I do have Sky. Hopefully they're all on there. I'm guessing they all are on there because I'm pretty sure they usually are all on there. But yeah, with what's going on in the world at the moment, I'm not going to talk about it because again, I focus on the technicals. I understand. I acknowledge. So I do look at the news in the mornings briefly. I skim read. I don't read through the whole thing. Okay, I'll openly admit that. I just like to keep, you know, have a bit of an understanding of what's going on. Okay, I understand. You know, there is there is a lot going on right now, and yeah, you know, not necessarily World War III, but halfway there. If you know what I mean, right? There's just a big war going on. Of course, you know that's a black swan event that could really, really, really break these markets, right? Really, really turn these markets around from being very bullish to very bearish. You know, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets right now. Why? Okay, well, because just look at the chart, right? Look at the consolidation towards the downside. There's a lot of uncertainty, okay, in the markets, okay. But yeah, for me, it's focus on the technicals, and I know that you know these are going to pay right now, of course, and yeah, if we do see this black swan event, of course I'm prepared. I'm in a short, okay. You know, this short could do really, really well if we see a really big pullback. So yeah, we are at critical levels, to be honest with you, and especially in the crypto market and in terms of Bitcoin, right? We are just at a critical level because we still haven't broken the bearish structure, but we're trying to form bullish structure. So this is a very, very crucial level. And I mean, if a black swan event happens, you know, it could get very, very bearish very, very quickly. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Again, for me, it doesn't matter. Okay, I will be prepared either way. I've got my risk management in place. I've always got a stop loss. So, even if, I'm looking for a long trade and then a big news event comes out and it just completely crashes the market, again, I'm in a short trade, I'm prepared, and that long trade will be a very minor loss because I'll have a stop loss, right? And of course, I've got risk management in check as well. So yeah, again, I won't go into the news. Again, I want to try and keep this just as technical based as possible. But yeah, news does have effects on the markets. Again, it's not necessarily, it doesn't move the markets, but it starts to move. Again, like I say, it starts to move and then the rest follows. It's funny, everyone is obsessed with decentralization on Bitcoin. Decentralization, but Bitcoin dumps. But it's so funny. Yeah, yeah, literally. I agree with you there, and I mean, like at some point, that's where we could be. Okay, that's where we could be, but yeah, just not now. Not now. Okay, because there is still huge uncertainty in this market. It's not mature yet. It's maturing. It's in the early stages of maturing this market, but we've still got a long way to go. This thing's got to be around for another 10 years. Okay. This thing's got to be around for another 10 years for people to really trust this space. Okay. Because again, there's so much, there's still so much fraud in these markets. Okay, and skepticism in these markets, right? Once they're mature, once we've flushed out all the bad blood, okay, and at the end of it, it's probably just going to be Bitcoin, right? That's kind of how I see it. Long term, right? I'm thinking like 10 years down the future. I think my HODL portfolio is just full of Bitcoin. Okay, shorter term, right? I've got some altcoins. At the moment, I've only got Ethereum and Bitcoin. But yeah, in the long term, Bitcoin is the one that I know is going to be around. Okay. But yeah, just because of the war, Bitcoin shouldn't dump. Just the news, but it's funny just in terms of tech. Yeah, exactly. Right. Initially, Bitcoin should be, we should really see Bitcoin having a rise when the rest of the markets are pulling back. That's kind of where we want to get to, right? But again, we're just not at that level yet. We're just not at that level. But yeah, anyway, I think I will leave that there. I've been live for an hour now. I haven't had my dinner yet. It's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go get my dinner. And like Damien said, the Champions League's on, so maybe I'll go watch some Champions League whilst I eat my dinner. So yeah, I do hope you have enjoyed this live stream. I hope you've got some value from this live stream, and yeah, of course, I will see you guys in the live stream tomorrow. Any Visionary members here, of course, I will see you over in the Discord and the daily market update as well that we do have tomorrow. So yeah, and any updates, of course, I will give to the team in the Visionary Discord, exactly like I gave the team. When I entered into the short trade, that's the short trade setup I gave. Of course, when I took profits as well, took a TP2, that's all given to the team in the Visionary Discord. So if you want access to that, first link in the description, it'll take you to this page here where you can get access to all of that, all of the good stuff there. Yeah. If you did enjoy, please do make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, have a lovely rest of your day, guys. Really good to see you guys here. Really good to see familiar faces. Eric, good to see you back, my friend. Jamie, good to see you back, my friend. And Damien, always good to see you here as well, my friend. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And yeah, Visionary members, I will see you in the Discord and the daily market update. And for anyone who's not, I will see you tomorrow for the next live stream. So take care, guys, and see you later. Goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I